स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च feet of our most loving and beloved Lord, Bhagawan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I would like to extend my warm welcome to Sri Indulal Shah Ji, Dr. H.R. Nagendra, Chancellor of Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Sanstana, Swami Bodhmayananda Ji, Sri Narsimhamurthy Garu, and other elders on the stage. Most beloved Bhagawan, delegates, sisters and brothers of the Sai family. It is indeed a beautiful morning today. The much awaited inauguration of World Youth Meet has arrived. This is the first meet of its kind being held in Muddenahalli. Muddenahalli has never witnessed any congregation of this magnitude before. So we are the first ones here, dear brothers and sisters. Today we have with us young men and women from over 20 countries. We have youths speaking different languages, different cultures, having totally different eating and living habits. But all of us have assembled here to the divine call. But who is a youth? Is it a mere age bracket, or is it beyond that? For Swami, anyone who is young at heart and is eager to serve the society is a youth. Not just a youth, but a Sai youth. A doctor is only as good as his instruments. For Swami's mission of love and peace to spread all over the world, the Sai youths should become able instruments. Swami says, it is only in the youth phase of a life we have our head, heart, and hands intact and fully functional with all the gusto. Here we have all assembled to the call of His divine love. We all are being ushered into the golden age. We are the golden age. All we need to do is to become a channel of His unconditional love. This call of His love has united us in purpose and in life. We sincerely thank Swami for this opportunity. May we pray and request Bhagawan and Chief Guest Dr. H.R. Nagendra, along with Swami Bodhmayananda Ji, to light the lamp and inaugurate the World Youth Meet with unveiling the plaque.
Shri Sathya Sai Premamritam, Shri Sathya Sai Premamritam, Shri Sathya Sai Premamritam, Shri Sathya
There is only one religion, the religion of love. There is only one language, the language of the heart. There is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one God, and He is omnipresent. We bow down to that inherent divinity within each one of us.
Samsamityupase vrishannagне vishvanyarya ilaspade samidhyase sano vasunyabhara sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manamsi janatam Deva bhagai yatha purve sanjanana upasate samano mantra samiti samani samanam manasaha chittame esham samanam mantram abhimantrayeva samane navo Havisha ajuhomi samani vaakutis samana hridayani vaha samanamastu vo mano yatha vassu sahasati
manuragge evampi sabba bhutesu manasambhavaye aparimanam mitancha sabba lokasmin manasambhavaye aparimanam uddang adocha tiriyancha asambadang avirang asapatantang tittancarang nisinnoa sayanoa yavatas vigatamindo तं सतिं अधिन्तेय ब्रह्ममेतं विहारं इदमाहु
दिन रात मेरी सब सुखी संसार हो, सत्य संयमशील का व्यवहार हर घर बार हो, धर्म का प्रचार हो, अरु देश का उद्धार हो, और ये उजड़ा हुआ भारत चमन गुलजार हो। ज्ञान के अभ्यास से जीवों का पूर्ण विकास हो, धर्म के प्रचार से हिंसा का जग से दुराव हो, शांति और आनंद का हर एक घर में वास हो, वीर वाणी पर सभी संसार को विश्वास हो। हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सब है एक सी आत्मा, सब जीवों में शक्ति है बनाना की आत्मा से परमात्मा। रोग अरु भय शोक दूर होए, नाम ले परमात्मा, कर सके कल्याण ज्योति सब जगत की आत्मा।
अशातचेतसा वन्द्योष्टस्तमलिङ्गो शोत्योननाम् अंग्युष्मस्दै शत्रुंशै अहुरै अय्यं दरे गोप्यो ददत्वस्तरें यथा हुवर्यो यथा रतुष अशातचेतसा वन्द्योष्टस्तमलिङ्गो शोत्योननाम् अंग्युष्मस्दै शत्रुंशै अहुरै अय्यं दरे गोप्यो ददत्वस्तरें यथा हुवर्यो यथा रतुष अशातचेतसा वन्द्योष्टस्तमलिङ्गो शोत्योननाम् अंग्युष्मस्दै शत्रुंशै अहुरै अय्यं दरे गोप्यो ददत्वस्तरें अशेम बहु वैष्णम अस्ति उष्टा अस्ति उष्टा अम्मै यतशै वैष्टैषिम् अश्रिमहु वैष्टम् अस्ति उष्टा अस्ति उष्टा अम्मै यतशै वैष्टैषिम्
Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kolam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kolam, Olam Salam, Salam, Salam Aleinu ve'al kolam, Olam Salam, Salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kolam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kolam, Olam Salam, Salam, Salam Aleinu ve'al kolam, Olam Salam, Salam.
My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. Then the Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. This is my command: love each other.
Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam. Hayyina Rabbana bis salam wa adkilna dar as-salam. Tabarakta Rabbana wa ta'alayat. Allahumma alif bayna qulubina wa aslih baynana wa ahdina sabil as-salam. Shukran.
एक ओंकार सदनाम करता पुरख कौमय निर्भय अकाल मूरत अजोनि सैभम गुर प्रसाद आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच।
Dear Swami, on behalf of all the international and Indian delegates here, we thank you abundantly for giving us this opportunity to represent diversity in perfect unison and harmony. We love you, Swami. The beauty of each of these 9 religions lie in the core essence of love and peace they teach. The undercurrent of simplicity in profundity, the greatest of truths. The very fact that each one of us seated here felt within us this inherent divinity is clear proof that there is only one God. Now, we would like to felicitate all our dignitaries on stage.
Now, we request Shri B.N. Narsimurthy to address all of us with his opening remarks.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our loving salutations at the lotus feet of our most beloved Divine Master, Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, Bhagavan's most precious property, young men and young women of this world. Ayam nijaha paro veti ganana laguchetasam udara charita namto vasudaiva kutumbakam. This stanza is a pearl from the treasure of Indian wisdom. It is only narrow-minded people who consider this person belongs to me, others do not belong to me. For the broad-minded people, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, there is only one family, the family of mankind. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba declared to the world, which is ridden with conflict, with strife, and with violence, there is only one religion, the religion of love. There is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one language, the language of the heart. There is only one God, He is omnipotent. It has been the dream, vision, and aspiration of all great thinkers all over the world, of all divine personages, of all prophets and messiahs, to achieve one family of mankind with the ideal and motto of fatherhood of God and brotherhood of man. But here, when we saw this wonderful Sarvadharma offering of prayers, it kindled in my heart that this is, after all, not a utopia. It is possible. But at the same time, representing the generation of elders, I would like to apologize to the youth of the world today. We have failed to set a good example for all of you. In the name of religion, we have fought. In the name of nationality, we have fought. In the name of language, we have fought. In the name of caste and creed, we have fought and set a bad example for you. We have built artificial barriers and walls, dividing the world into 1,000 fragmented divisions. I apologize to you, my dear young men and women, but it is for you to build this one family of the world and fulfill the vision of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, which is the one and the only purpose with which God came into this world in the form of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I have lived with Bhagavan for more than 50 years, and I have my dear friend Srinivas, who came to Swami as a boy. I came to Baba as a boy. People have asked me, what is the greatest miracle you have seen? I have seen thousands of materializations of rings, lockets, chains, watches, and whatnot. I have seen many incurable diseases cured merely by his will. I have also seen a resurrection of a dead student, a boy in the hospital at Puttaparthi, a boy studying in MSc. He was dead. Doctors declared him dead. Baba came there, and by his mere word, Swami called out his name, and he came back to life. I have seen that. But that is not the greatest miracle I have seen. The greatest miracle I have seen is the transformation of the young people. especially at a time when science and technology have thrown such attractive things before man. When man is losing his spiritual moorings, I have seen young men and women brought to the righteous path. See, that is the greatest miracle I have seen. For the sake of the young men and women who are here from all over the world, I would like to recall a very interesting incident that happened in Vrindavan when I was the warden of the university hostel there. It was 1997, 1st of June. We had admitted 100 new boys into the campus. And Baba was there in Vrindavan. And that evening, after we went back to the hostel, as I sat in my office, I heard a tap on the door. There was one boy who was newly admitted to the college who came in. And he was looking very stern, and he said, "Sir, I want to talk to you." "Come on, my dear boy, please sit down," I told him. And he came and sat and said very curtly, "Sir, I don't like this place. I want to go home." I told him, "Just today you have come. What made you say this?" He said, "Sir, I did not come. My father brought me here." At least you should believe in the wisdom of your father. Why did your father bring you here? He very coolly said, with a straight face, "My father could not control me at home. That is why he has brought me here." I was astounded, but I still appreciated his frankness and told him, "My dear boy, your father has brought him for some reason. At least value his words and see that 1 week, 7 days, you stay here. You see for yourself what is happening in this university. And if you don't like to stay here, I will call your father and send you back." The boy said, again, very curtly he told me, "Sir, I will give you 3 days. That's what he said. First time, as a warden, I heard those words from a student. Generally, it is for the warden and principal to tell a boy or a girl, call them and tell them, "I give you 3 days. You have to mend yourself. Otherwise, you are out of the place." But here a student was telling the warden, "Sir, I will give you 3 days. Fine, 3 days are fine. You stay here for 3 days. I was wondering what I could do with that boy. And next morning, when I went to Swami, Swami asked me, "What is the news? Emi Samacharam." First thing that came up in my mind was this boy. But how would I tell this to Bhagawan? I said, "Swami, everything is fine. All the boys are fine." Baba said, "All boys are not fine." Then I did not talk about this boy, but all the time I was wondering what I could do with him. I called him, spoke to him. There was no way I could convince him. He had closed the door of his heart, and he had given me 3 days. And in those 3 days, what I could do, I was wondering. And that evening, I hit upon a plan. As warden, Baba had given me one opportunity or one right to take 10 newly admitted boys into Baba's compound when he came out for darshan. I thought I will take this boy also among those 10 boys, and I put him in a place where Baba could not miss him. Many of you who have seen Vrindavan, you have the beautiful Tri Vrindavan compound, and from the compound, there is a door onto the stage of the Sai Ramesh Krishnan Hall, where thousands of devotees gather for Swami's darshan. I put this boy at the door, and I just told him, "Boy, when Baba walks out and comes here, your job is to open the door, and Swami will go out, and then close the door, and finally when the bhajans are over, when the arati is over, you have to again open the door so that Baba comes out." It was really a great courage on my part to put him there. And Baba came out. He walked down the steps very gently. All of us know when Baba walked, he would remind us of a stanza from Lalita Sahasranama. Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Sevadihi. He glided, he did not walk, he glided like a queen peacock. And he was the very ocean of beauty, gentleness, and love and compassion oozing out from his eyes. He just came out, and he saw me on the way. He was walking there, and every boy was standing with folded palms looking at Swami. I looked at this boy. This boy was standing like this. And then I thought I committed a mistake in putting that boy. I was thinking that Swami would do something to change him, but now I was afraid of what this boy would do to Swami, the way he was standing there. And then Swami went there. On the way, in Brindavan, some of you might have seen, there is a Brindavan Tulsi plant. Swami picked up a leaf from that plant, and many times, Swami would play games. See, once, he picked up a leaf like that and called me and did this. And very humbly, I bowed down to take it. Then Swami put it into his mouth and said, "You go back." And I was wondering, he would play a game on somebody that day also. Swami quietly walked and went to this boy. And this boy was still standing like this. He was still standing like this. And Baba went and did this. And he stretched out one hand. See, suppose any of us, when Baba gives us, we would do this. This boy said, that's what he did. And Swami put the leaf on his hand. Suddenly I saw a change. He bent down. He was looking at Swami with great amazement. I approached, and Swami was telling him, don't show this to anybody. There is your date of birth inscribed on this. I was wondering how date of birth could be inscribed on a tulsi leaf. I went, I told Swami, please show me alone, nobody else. And Swami just removed his palm. I saw a gold coin. I saw a gold coin in place of tulsi leaf. And then the boy had opened the door. Swami walked onto the stage and told him, keep it safe. Total transformation had come over him, and he took that coin, and I went to him. When I went to him, he said, Sairam sir. I was very, very happy. And then he pulled out his handkerchief and put it at the center, that coin, 8 folds, and put it in his shirt pocket. And as bhajans were going on, everybody was involved in bhajans. This boy was all the time holding like this because Swami had told him, keep it safe. I then noticed this boy was very sincere, very frank, but very sincere. That is not the end of the story. And Swami came out after the arti and asked him, where is the coin? He very gently opened his kerchief and showed, to his dismay, the gold coin had disappeared and there was only a tulsi leaf. Baba picked it up and asked him to open his mouth and put it. I am sure that was the most bitter thing that he would have eaten in his life. And then Swami coolly walked back. He came to me and asked me, Em Samacharam, what is the matter? I said, Swami, the poor thing, that boy. Oh, you have great compassion for that boy. You go there, wave your hand, create the gold coin, and give him. I just whispered into his ears, Swami, if I could do it, I would not be here. Then Swami called that boy. Swami called that boy, waved his hand, created the same gold coin, and gave it to him, and told him, don't show it to anybody. Immediately that boy looked at me. Because he thought, because I looked at that coin, then it had disappeared. He thought that way. I said, boy, I am not going to look at it. That evening when I went back to the hostel, he came back to my room. Sir, Sai Baba is God. I will stay here and study in this university. He told me as if he is doing a great favor to me. But he was doing a great favor to himself. That's what I would like to say. He was doing a great favor to his parents. 3 days passed, and one day, Swami sent me on some job. Those days, this mobile phone had not made its advent. Swami wanted me to call up somebody. I went to my office. And what had happened in the Sai Ramesh hall when Swami came for darshan, I did not know. This boy came running to my office. Sir, I want to show you something. Of course, not the gold coin. I told him, no sir, gold coin only. Swami has asked me to show it to you. Sir, today Swami asked me where is the gold coin, and I gave it to him. He blew it on it once. It became double the size. Second time, treble the size. Fourth time, 4 times the size. Sir, it is here. I said, are you ready to take the risk of showing it to me? No, sir, Swami has told me. And he showed me. What Swami had gifted him was the gift of faith, which is the greatest gift of God to man. There is nothing else, there is no treasure higher than complete faith in God. Complete faith in God means total realization of God. When you have 100% faith in God, we realize Him 100%. That is what the great master, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, taught to his disciples. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha, na medaya na bahuna shrutena, eme vesha runute tena labhyaha, tasesha atma vivrunute tanum swam. Not by giving lectures, not by listening to lectures, not by a brilliant brain, not by great scholarship and learning, you are going to experience divinity. Only the one who is chosen by Him. To him He reveals Himself. For that, the precondition is faith, innocence, and purity. My dear brothers and sisters, especially the young men and young women, all of you have that faith, the greatest treasure on which to build your lives. I would remind you a wonderful saying of Dr. Hislop from United States of America. He told us, Swami is my hero because I do not see any heroic qualities not exemplified in his life. I shall follow him to the ends of the earth. Youth of the world, unite. We have nothing to lose but chains of bondage to flesh, which is an invitation to misery and sorrow. It is your job. We have failed as an elder, as a person over 70 years of age. I would like to tell, I would like to apologize. I would like to confess that we, the elders, have failed you. It is your job to break and demolish all the artificial walls and barriers that we have built in the name of nationality, language, caste, religion, and creed. It is your duty to fulfill and materialize the vision of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, one world, one family. Thank you very much.
Swami had once said, the future of a country depends on the skill and the sincerity of the youth. Therefore, the necessary enthusiasm and encouragement must be generated amongst the youth. All my hopes are based on the youth. They are very dear to me. We will now have a young adult, a lady delegate from Colorado, United States of America, speaking to all of us. Sister Francesca Soares is a young adult. After graduating from high school this year, she decided to take a year off to lend herself to serve and embark on a journey of transformation from within. Earlier this year, she went to the Bahamas and served in the kitchen at the Shivananda Ashram. She will now share her experiences and her learnings from her ongoing spiritual journey with all of us.
My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram, written boldly on the wall behind you is one of the sayings of our beloved master that I hold dear to my heart. Love all, serve all. These words of guidance are the ones that govern my every step. They are the ones that prompted me on a transformational journey of selfless service. After graduating high school this summer, I decided to dedicate a year to service to my Lord, traveling all around and diving into the opportunities He presented. Even after only a few months, I've already experienced immense change within myself. I find that there is nothing like the peace and happiness I experience when I strive to selflessly serve. The inner transformation that occurs when we love and serve is the first step towards the outward transformation we wish to see and bring forth. As youths, when we tread our dharmic path, when we do our sadhana, we are working on ourselves. But the ripple of positive change is immense. We inspire others to follow our lead, often unconsciously. We create a massive ripple effect with our selfless love and service. For 3 months, I worked in a kitchen in an ashram. There I was blessed with the opportunity every day to go further and further along my internal spiritual journey. I was tested, and I was encouraged to constantly shift and evolve my views. I found myself making the effort to understand people beyond my first impressions, to acknowledge the oneness in us all. The people I didn't like were the ones I was working with closely for hours. But with the intention of loving unconditionally, I found that the problem was with me and not them. And in truth, they were beautiful people deserving my unconditional love. This was a major shift in my perception. I learned so much, but most of all, I learned or experienced firsthand the truth of our Master's words, love all, serve all. Never had I felt closer to God or more purified and transformed within myself. I was able to witness the spreading effect of our selfless work, from small inspirations in other people to bigger acts of love and even changes in habits. The setting opened my eyes to the true role of us youths in our beautiful world. It is our duty to uphold and embody the 5 values of humanity: love, peace, truth, righteousness, and nonviolence. We must start with service, transforming ourselves, then transforming our communities, and thereby our big community of brothers and sisters around the world. We offer our humble thanks to Bhagawan for uniting us together to embark on this new transformational journey. And so, over the next few days and beyond, let us come together, you and I, all of us in Krupa Shreya and Prem Kutir, come together as one world, one Sai. Thank you.
Now, it's my turn to introduce young Ashraf Saman. Ashraf Saman hails from Greece and has a bachelor's degree in economics, politics, and philosophy. He is also the youth leader for the group attending this meet. As an ardent devotee of Bhagawan, he has been deeply influenced by his teachings. Every visit to Swami, he says, has only taken him higher in his spiritual evolution. May I request young Ashraf to address us. Sai Ram.
Om Sri Sai Ram. I offer my pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagavan, our Divine Master. Esteemed elders, dear sisters and brothers, today Swami has asked me to talk about 3 different questions. The first is the role of the youth in transforming the world, which begins with transforming yourself. So, why does one even begin with transforming oneself? Why not begin from the outside? It's very simple. If an organ in a body doesn't work properly, the whole body doesn't work properly. As within, so without. If one man in society is not on the inside pure and stable, he contributes to the whole instability in the rest of society. Why is the role of the youth so important? Because we youth are like kamikaze. We're willing and much more able than elderly people to make significant and quick changes in our lives. If there's a job that we need to let go of in order to make spiritual progress, we can do it. If there's people whom we need to cut relations off with, we can do it. Much easier than our elders can. The second part is, how does the World Youth Meet Conference energize our enthusiasm towards leading a life of Dharma and selfless service? Firstly, because of the presence of the Master of Masters, the incarnated Parabrahman, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. With his darshan, the whole place is energized, and this constantly works inside of us to improve us spiritually. Secondly, we have ideal examples. We have Sri Narasimhamurti, Srinivas, and Madhusudan. I can't explain to you in words how much you've inspired me and the rest of the Greek team, and I'm sure many of the people in this crowd, to change ourselves. You are ideal examples for all of us, and we are completely grateful to all of you. We're also, I'm speaking on behalf of myself and the Greek youth team, we're also very grateful to the devotees of Singapore for being ideal and showing such sacrifice and maturity of character. And we are grateful to you that you gave us the opportunity today to have Swami's darshan here, now. Thirdly, this World Youth Meet fills our time with thought, word, and deed focused on Swami. It's not just what you see here. Everybody here knows that we've done months of preparation in order to get here. What Swami did since he gave us the drama in February is he did Chitta Chorat. He's been slowly taking our time and our hearts from I to he. Rather, from I to we to he. And this is one thing I learned working as a team through this World Youth Meet. How to move in this direction from I to we to he. Eventually, the goal is to always be thinking, what can I do to make Swami happy? Previously, I will admit that, like most people, all I was thinking was, how can I make myself happy? Now, I've been trained to move from myself to my team. And constantly throughout the drama, many times I've been thinking, what sacrifices can I make so that my team can improve? And finally, most recently, it's what can I do to make Swami happy? The third part that Swami would like me to talk about is how did his teachings help in our transformation? Practicing Swami's teachings are the road to self-transformation and eventually self-realization. We need to ignore our little selves and think, how can we make others happy? How can we make Swami happy? And most importantly, we need to remember that we are the incarnations of God. Swami says, I am God, but this is only half the truth. The other half is that you are God, you are God, you are God. What are the teachings of Swami? Very simple. Hear good, see good, do good. That is the way to God. Love all, serve all. When you're digging for water, you don't need to open up 20 different holes and dig. Just focus on one hole and dig deeply. If we take Bhagawan's teachings and practice them fully, intensely, we will find water. And not just water, we will find divine nectar. I have the feeling that in this golden age, what Swami wants is only full-time devotees, as are seated here, not part-time devotees. As Bhagawan said yesterday, what is a full-time devotee? Devotion without expectation. 100%. This is what is required. This is what Swami wants of the students that will bring about the golden age. Finally, Swami, in Greece, there are thousands of people who may not have heard who Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is, but their hearts are waiting for you to transform them, thereby transforming our country. Thank you, Narasimhamurti, Srinivas, Madhusudan, and all the rest of you for being such ideal examples. Thank you, Swami. Om Sai Ram.
We would now like to invite our chief guest for the morning, Dr. H.R. Nagendra, to address all the youth. Dr. Nagendra is the Chancellor of the Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthana. After receiving his doctorate in 1968, he served as faculty of the Indian Institute of Science in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. He then served as the postdoctoral research fellow in the University of British Columbia in Canada and then moved to NASA. He later moved to the Engineering Science Laboratory at Harvard University and visiting staff at the Imperial College of Science and Technology in London. In 1975, he joined Vivekananda Kendra as a whole-time worker. Between 1975 and the year 2000, he served in various capacities in the spiritual and service wings of the organization. From 2000 till date, he's been serving as the president of the Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthana. Currently, he's the chancellor of Yes Vyasa Deemed University in Bangalore. may we kindly invite Dr. Nagendra to address all of us.
That inspiring speech by our Narsimurthy should have excited you all, brought tremendous faith as to how youth can transform themselves by the mere touch and contact of Bhagawan Sathya Sai Baba. And we could see in the youth, two of them who shared their experience, how the youth had a great responsibility and how we are taking up that responsibility to do what we as elders have not done. Congratulations, Narsimurthy ji, for your brilliant oration on this occasion, which really puts the responsibility on the youth. Fantastic. 15 years back, I was in Melbourne, in our university, in our center in Australia. The biggest challenge in Australia was depression among the youth. The government was very concerned. The federal government started a new project, Project Beyond Blue. The depression is increasing. Among the youth, 34% of the teenagers were all in depression. In an age where they should be bubbling with joy, enthusiasm, energy, vitalism, they were all depressed. So the government said, we should solve this problem. They got the best of the psychiatrists from the Sydney University, made him the director of this project, allotted $100 million, and said, don't worry about the money, if you want, we'll give more. A big inauguration ceremony like this, where thousands and thousands of people were there, the Prime Minister was there, and the task given to the director was, in the next 10 years, the depression should come down from 34% down to 0 or 1 or 2%. And that was a great occasion for all the youth and others to do that. Recently I was there and I met the director after 14 years. I asked, how is the situation? It has only increased from 33% to 38%. Why? It's here. Bhagavan gave the real dimension, the love. It's only love and serve all that can bring this cohesiveness and remove the depression within us. Sigmund Freud was a great psychoanalyst, and he was treating a large number of hysterical patients. In everywhere he found something which is common, suppression. In the name of customs, manners, etiquettes, habits, the people were suppressing the emotions. Therefore, he brought a new model that don't suppress emotions. Then what to do? Give free vent to the emotions. When you become angry, show the anger. When you feel like eating something, go ahead and eat. All such things. It was very much in tune with the free society of the United States. But what happened? Freedom has turned into license. And the people have become slaves to emotions. And look at the hazardous results. Family divorces on the ascent, single-parent problems, social unrest, terrorism, and large number of modern non-communicable diseases, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer, HIV, and whatnot. Why did this happen? One front, Sigmund Freud was right. Yes, we should not suppress emotions. The solution he gave, which was actualized by psychoanalysis, was wrong. Give free vent. No. Yoga tells us that if you give free vent to your emotions, it is something like trying to quench the fire with ghee. It is going to only blaze up. Therefore, what is the way out? A big challenge which is unsolved in the medical world today. If you try to control emotions, it's going to suppress. If you give free vent, it's going to turn itself into license. What is the way out? It's here that comes the great message of Baba. That is sublimation. Sublimation is featured by love. Sublimation is a process by which you expand your personality. The process of bhakti is a process of surrender. What features bhakti is surrender. As rightly mentioned by Nasamudi, it's the faith with sincerity, with an understanding. Not a blind faith, but with a total understanding. Bhakti is a process of resonance. Bhakti is a process of tuning yourself. Just like you tune your radio or TV to a particular station, and all the information about the station is going to come to you. In the same way, when you tune yourself through the process of surrender, then all that information and qualities are going to flow onto you. This is called faith. So this process of surrender, this process of tuning ourselves is very difficult for normal people because they think by surrendering we are going to lose our capacity. But Swami Vivekananda gave the secret that surrender is a process of expansion. Once you understand, it becomes very easy to surrender. And to whom to surrender? We are the great Sai Baba. We are the great role models. And your own gods and goddesses, if you want, are the single God that is at the base of the whole creation, the omnipresent, omniscient. And if you surrender, all those wonderful qualities are going to come unto us. And what is that omniscient, omnipresent God? It is a state of infinite power, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, and infinite freedom. And that's our original state, called Swarupa. And what is the process of the surrender? Tune your mind. Mayeva mana adhatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayeva, ataburdham na samshaya. Bhagavad Gita says. First, you tune your mind. Oh, repeating Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. The mind will slowly tune to that infinite Bhagawan. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. As youth, we are charged with understanding, the knowledge, analysis, power of discrimination, intelligence. And understand that this process of surrender, this process of resonance, is the one that transforms us to the higher heights. The buddhi should be used. We are in the age of science and technology. The buddhi should be used in the right direction. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivasishyasi mayeva. Mayeva nivasishyati. That means you live in Sai Ram's bhava. Morning till night, all the time in that wonderful, blissful consciousness, in that wonderful, pure awareness, and do all the activities. It doesn't prevent you from activities. And what type of activities? That set of activities which are in tune with our inner self. That which is in tune with our surrender to Lord. And that's what beautifully brought out by our young friend. He said, how can I do any activity to serve my team? How can I do activities to please Bhagawan? That is the right action. We all know what is right, but often our senses will draw into the other way. So each time you use our power of discrimination to go the right way. What I am doing, will it please my Lord? Will it please my elders? Will it please my role models? If it doesn't, then we stop the action this way, go the other way. So that is the power of living in tune with the ultimate. And that will elevate us from our normal level to become great, super divine human beings and reach Him in ultimately. This is the great message Bhagavan gave us all, and it is such a great delight to see people from all over the world to come and congregate here to celebrate His birthday and to manifest that love all and serve all. And that's the great message that India gives to everyone, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, sect. And when we serve all, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, serve man, serve God. Seeing God in everyone, seeing Baba everywhere, you start serving. Otherwise, many times serving can increase our ego. Oh, I am giving so much, may increase my ego. But when we have this feeling that I am serving the Lord, when I share, when I give, then you have the process of surrender, which doesn't increase the ego. That's the bhakti dimension. And the culmination of that is become one with the Lord, sakshatkara. So this is the whole process of bhakti. Start off to move towards the process of prema bhava, sharing and giving and serving. Raise ourselves to serve all through the process of surrender by handling our ego and reducing the ego, expanding a small self to that infinite self, and ultimately become one with that ultimate. And in our university, so Vivekananda Yoga University, we are trying to translate this great message that Swamiji, Bhagawan, Sathya, whom I met in 1963-64 and repeatedly met, inspired me and gave me that power to serve more and more. And today in the university, we have our students, the youth, essentially doing their bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctoral program. We have 150 people doing doctorate on this process of bhakti, process of yoga, and bringing the scientific wisdom base, combining the best of the East with the best of the West, and see that it actualizes. In the world, people want everything to be evidence-based, scientific-based. So we are taken to this scientific approach of modern scientific research to establish the truths that our great seers has given us. And everybody has to do the research. Go to the Shastras, go to the ancient tradition, study in great depth and unravel the mysteries that are available one side, and do modern scientific research to establish the truths established there. And thereby we'll be able to solve the big challenges that we are facing today in the era of science and technology. We have to go beyond the biomedical model. We have to go beyond the matter-based paradigm. And that is what the great message that Baba has given there. So this we are trying to actualize in the university. And in the health scenario, we want again to bring the best of the East and the best of the West, all modern medical world. On one side, which has contributed a lot to deal with the infectious and contagious diseases on one side, now facing the big challenge of the modern NCDs, unable to deal with that. That has to be handled by our great healthcare delivery system we had in Ayush, Yoga, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani and others. And we have to combine the best of all these systems to bring the best healthcare delivery system in the world. Therefore, we have a big conference from January 3rd to 7th, in which our Prime Minister is going to come and inaugurate. And I welcome many of you coming from different places to come to our campus, a 100-acre campus, where we are going to have about 10,000 delegates who are going to give a new direction to the healthcare delivery system, combining the best of the East with the best of the West, modern medical system with the Irish systems, and see that we forge ahead with this message, Baba, that we have to bring love and the real dimension of the bhakti into our lives. Then only we can solve this modern NCDs. We have done a lot of research in that, published a large number of papers to see how this can bring down a large number of ailments. And with that, I once again bow down to the great message of Swamiji and offer my gratitude to our Madhusudan ji, then Narsamurti ji, Srinivas, for bringing me here and giving an opportunity to share with you some of the dimensions which are emerging today in the world at large. Dhanyavad, namaskar, surrender to everyone.
On behalf of all the youths and the youthfuls assembled here, I pray to Bhagawan to address us on this inaugural function day. Request Swami Bodhmayananda ji to come and address us now.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Offering my pranams, salutations to Bhagawan Sathya Sai Baba. My pranams to all the dignitaries on the dais. My namaskars to all the children of immortal bliss, Amrutasya Putraha. That is the ancient name which has been handed down to us by the great sages and saints. This one message or one name, Amrutasya Putraha, that would bring about a great metamorphosis, a great transformation in the whole humanity. On this great occasion, it is indeed a blessing for me to see so many wonderful people, the children of the Lord. Some of you may know the wonderful story which comes in our Puranas. The story of Samudra Manthana, the churning of the Milky Ocean. It so happened that the Devas and the Asuras wanted to become immortal, wanted to become all powerful. Both have the same purpose, the same goal. But their gurus, Brihaspati and Shukracharya, they suggest the only way that you can become all powerful is to drink nectar, amritam. But where is this amritam? It is hidden in the bed of the Milky Ocean. How to get it? You have to churn the waters of the Milky Ocean. And for once, the positive and the negative forces came together. It went on for years and years. And out of that intense work came so many ratnas, so many jewels, Uchchaishravas, Dhanvantri, Mahalakshmi, so on and so forth, which are gifts to all of us, to the entire nature. And the churning continued. Neither the Devas and the Asuras were interested in what we call today the byproducts. They wanted only Amritam. They continued to do the work, continued to churn, but something very unexpected came. That is Halahala, Trikuta, the terrible poison which threatened to destroy the three worlds. Neither the Devas or the Asuras had this power to save themselves or the world. Again, Brihaspati and Shukracharya say, you have to pray to Mahadeva Shiva, deep in meditation in Kailas. Shiva is Ashutosha, easily pleased by our prayer. So both the teams go to Kailas, pray to Mahadeva Shiva, who is deep in meditation. And out of his compassion for his children, Shiva comes down. And another name for Shiva, as you know, is Mahadeva. He takes the poison. And he is a universal deity, being. That Amritam becomes very little in quantity. As he drinks it to save the whole world, it gets locked up in his throat. And it becomes blue in color. And he gets another name, which is called Nilakantha, the blue-throated one. It's a beautiful name. Some of the children in India are named as Nilakantha, the blue-throated one. That does not mean everybody is born with blue throat. But it's a quality, it's a power that the God got. Then Amritam comes. Why am I telling this story? Today, as just now Dr. Nagendraji pointed out, the enormous pressure, the tensions, the excitements, and thanks to science and technology, which has made the world a global village, so many powers we have got. So much capacity man has got, unprecedented power more than 20, 30 years ago. But along with that, in the name of business, in the name of commercialization, nobody denies the fact that we are experiencing poison in the form of animosities, jealousies, hatred. So somebody has to take up that big responsibility of saving or serving and bringing about a renaissance in the world. So in this wonderful congregation, that great Mahadeva Shiva, who was deep in meditation, out of his compassion, seeing something more joyous has to be given to this world, we feel that the great Shiva has come in the form of Sai Babaji and has given this wonderful nectarian message of loving and serving to save humanity, which is in confusion today. As I was listening to Narasimhamurthy Garu's experience of that boy who was transformed by the touch of Baba, in our institution, we have one school where after the results, one person, one young boy, was playing football in the evening after the school results, after the exam results. The warden went round and asked, "Did you pass the examination? How much percentage of marks did you get?" The boy replied, "Swamiji, I passed the exam. How much percentage?" 45 marks. He's so happy. He's playing, jumping, running. And there was another boy sitting under a tree, upset, crying, depressed, not playing, not even had his afternoon lunch. The Warden Swami went and asked him, "What is your problem? Why are you not playing? Why are you not eating? Why are you crying? Did you fail in any exam, in any paper, in any answer?" "No, Swamiji, I did not fail. But my problem is, I got only 89%. I expected 90%. The boy is upset because he did not get that 1% marks. And after some time, another boy who did not come out of his room also, so upset, so irritated, so disturbed, he was sitting. Then this Warden Swami went and asked, "What is your problem? Did you fail in any subject?" "No, I did not fail in any subject." "Then what is your percentage?" He showed the report card to the in-charge Swami, and the boy got 100% in mathematics, 98% in science, 100 in computers, and so on and so forth. School first, district first, a gold medalist, but he is upset, sad and depressed. And he said, "What is your problem? Why are you unhappy? Why don't you are a school leader, you are a school topper." The boy, surprisingly, to the shock of that in-charge person, said, "I am unhappy because my friend also got the same marks. How dare he get it?" This is the sad story today. Will you teach him mathematics? Will you teach him science? Will you teach him maths? He's already first. He's already a rank holder. But inside, there is that negativity. He is not able to appreciate the success of others also. This is one kind of phenomenon happening in our educational institutions. But the training and the atmosphere which is created in this wonderful place, in the universities, etc., under the care of this Sat Sai Loka Seva Trust and the blessings of Sai Baba, I am sure these young Ratnas, young jewels sitting here would become enlightened citizens and become global citizens called children of immortal bliss. Thank you. Namaste.
Om Shri Sai Ram. As we all pray to Bhagawan to grant his divine message on this very auspicious occasion, I perceive him seated in this throne in an ochre robe, and I repeat as he speaks. Satyambu nandu sarvambu srishtinche Satyambu nandadige sarva srishti Satya mahimaleni Stalamedi kangonna Suddha sattva Chudaraya Suddha sattva Chudaraya.
Whole of creation has emerged from the truth, and ultimately all creation will merge back into truth. If you try to look for a thing or a place which is not impacted by this truth and you contemplate on it, you will find that is the ultimate pure sattva or the greatest truth. This is the truth which all of you will have to recognize and experience and realize.
Priya Swarupulena, Yuga Yutullara, Vidyati Vidyatiniulara, Bhaktulara.
Embodiments of divine love, young men, young women, students, boys and girls, and devotees.
Sunne Vichwa Amritasya Puttaha Ali Cheptunadi Upanishad.
Our Upanishad declares to whole of mankind, O children of immortality, listen to this truth.
స్వామీజీ కూడా అమృతస్య పుత్ర అని మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ సంబోధించాడు.
Even the Swamiji who spoke before has addressed us as children of immortality.
నేను కూడా దివ్యాత్మ స్వరూపులారా అని సంబోధించాను.
I also addressed you as the embodiments of the divine Atma.
వేదమందు చెప్పినది, స్వామీజీ ప్రబోధించినది, మీ స్వామి ఒక మిమ్మల్ని పలుకరించింది, అన్ని రోడ్లు కూడా దివ్యత్వం అనేటది సమానముగా చేరి ఉంటున్నది.
The truth revealed by the Vedas, the ways the Swamiji addressed you, the way I am addressing you, all that denotes only one thing, that all of you are divine.
ఈ సత్యం అనగా ఏమిటి?
What is truth?
బాహ్య రూపముగా చూస్తే ఒక మానవ దేహాన్ని ధరించిన వల్ల ఒక స్త్రీ పురుషులుగా మనము భావించవచ్చు.
If you look outwardly, because we have got human bodies, we can consider ourselves as men and women.
కానీ అది కూడా నిజమే, సత్యము కాదు.
That is a fact, but not the truth.
పుట్టినప్పుడు చిన్న శరీరంతో పుట్టిన పసిపాడుకు బిడ్డ అని పిలుస్తాము.
When the person is born, he is born with a very small body. He is called a child or a baby.
కానీ కొంతకాలం దాటిన తర్వాత కొంతవరకు పెరిగితే ఒక పిల్లవాడు, బాలకుడు అని పిలుస్తాము.
After the time passes, the body grows up, we address the same child as a boy.
కానీ ఇంకొన్ని వర్షాలు దాటిన తర్వాత ఒక యువకుడు అని పేరు వస్తుంది.
After some more years, you call him a young man.
ఇంకా సమయం దాటిన తర్వాత ఒక వృద్ధుడు అని మనము పలకరిస్తాము.
After he grows up for many years and the body starts deteriorating, you call him a old man.
ఈ విధముగా దేహమందు జరిగిన మార్పుల వల్ల ఆ దేహము తగినట్టు పేరు కూడా తాను పొందుతుంటాడు.
Depending on the changes that take place in the body gets different names.
బాయ్ నుంచి యూత్, యూత్ నుంచి మ్యాన్, మ్యాన్ నుంచి ఓల్డ్ మ్యాన్ అనేటి వేరే వేరే విధమైన రకముగా జనములు ఆయన పిలుస్తుంటారు.
People address the same person first as a boy, then as a man, then as an old man.
కానీ ఇవన్నీ కూడా దేహమందు జరిగిన మార్పుల వలనే జరుగుతున్నాయి.
All this is happening because of the changes that take place in the human body.
అదంతా నిజమే కానీ సత్యము కాదు.
All this is just a fact but not the truth.
సత్యం అనేటి దాంట్లో ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఏనాటి కూడా మార్పులు రావు.
In truth, you will not find any changes with the passage of time.
సనాతనమైనదే సత్యము.
The truth is the ancient one, eternal one.
ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనము గుర్తించి వర్తించటము అత్యవసరమైనది.
It is very essential that we recognize this truth and behave accordingly.
ఉద్దాలక అనే ఒక ఋషుడు ఉండినప్పుడు తానికి శ్వేతకేతు అనేటి ఒక కుమారు.
There was a sage by name Uddalaka. He had a son by name Shvetaketu.
శ్వేతకేతు తన విద్యాభ్యాసం నిమిత్తమై తండ్రి దగ్గరికి చేరినప్పుడు తండ్రి అబ్బాయిని కూడా ఒక గురుకులముకు పంపించాడు.
When the boy was of age to go to a school, father sent him to a gurukula.
కానీ పిల్లవాడిలో ఉండే ఒక దురహంకారం వల్ల తండ్రికి ఏమీ రాదు కాబట్టి నన్ను అక్కడ పంపిస్తున్నాడు అని భావించాడు.
But the boy, because of his arrogance, he thought, my father does not know anything, that is why he is sending me to another teacher in a gurukula.
కొంతకాలం వరకు చదివిన తర్వాత తిరిగి తండ్రి దగ్గరికి వచ్చాడు శ్వేతకేతు.
After completing his education, Shvetaketu came back to his father Uddalaka.
ఉద్దాలక చాలా ప్రేమతో తాను స్వాగతించి ఏమి ఆయన నేర్చుకున్నాడో తెలియాలని కొన్ని ప్రశ్నలు వేస్తూ వచ్చాడు.
Uddalaka, he welcomed his son with great love, and to know exactly what the boy had learned, he asked him many questions.
క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినప్పుడు ఉద్దాలకుడు అడిగిన ప్రశ్నలకి శ్వేతకేతు కూడా జవాబు చెప్తూ వచ్చాడు.
And as Uddalaka asked the questions, Shvetaketu went on answering the questions.
కట్టకడపడికి అడిగాడు.
Finally, father asked the son,
ఏ విద్యలు నేర్చుకుంటే మరో విద్యలు నేర్చే అవసరం ఉండదు, ఆ విద్యను నేర్చుకున్నావా?
have you learned that wisdom, that knowledge, by knowing which you need not have to study anything more?
సత్యం అనేటువంటి దాని స్వరూపం ఏమిటి అని తెలుసుకున్నావా?
Have you recognized the true nature of the ultimate truth?
ఈ సత్యం అనేటువంటి దివ్యత్వాన్ని నువ్వు అనుభవించావా?
Have you experienced the divinity of your own truth?
తాని యొక్క గుణం ఏమిటి, తాని యొక్క రూపం ఏమిటి, తాని యొక్క స్వభావం ఏంటి అనేటువంటి ప్రశ్నలు వేస్తూ వచ్చాడు.
Went on asking him the questions. What are the attributes of the divinity? What is the form of divinity? What is the quality of divinity?
కానీ యొక్క విద్యలు నేర్చున్నాననే అహంకారంతో కూడిన ఈ శ్వేతకేతు నానా విధముగా జవాబు చెప్తూ ఈ విధంగా ఒక ప్రశ్నానికి సరైన ఉత్తరం చెప్పాలనే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తుంటాడు.
Shvetaketu, who was bloating with the pride that he had learnt great education, he was trying and struggling to answer father's questions.
ఎన్ని ఆయన ఆన్సర్ చెప్పినా కూడా ఉద్దలకు ఏ మాత్రం కూడా సంతోషం కలగలేదు.
Shvetaketu answered his questions in many ways, but father was not satisfied.
కట్టకబెడికి ఫాదర్ అన్నాడు, ఇంకంతా ఒక థియరీ నాలెడ్జ్, బుకిష్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంది కానీ ప్రాక్టికల్ నాలెడ్జ్ లేదు.
Father ultimately gave the verdict that you have learnt only theoretical knowledge, you have not learnt practical knowledge.
అప్పుడు ఒక పాత్ర యందు నీరు తీసుకొని రామని చెప్పాడు.
Father told the son to get some water in a vessel.
అంతేకాక చక్కెర కూడా చేతిలో పట్టుకురా అని ఆదేశించాడు.
He also told him to get a fistful of sugar.
ఈ చక్కెర ఎక్కడ ఉంటున్నది అని అడిగాడు.
Father asked the son, where is the sugar?
చేతిలో ఉన్నది.
It's in my hand, he said.
తన స్వభావం ఏమిటి, గుణం ఏమిటి అడిగాడు.
What is its quality? What is its attribute?
ఇది తీయదనమే దాని ఒక స్వభావము అని చెప్పాడు.
The son answered, sweetness is the taste of sugar.
చూస్తే తెలుస్తున్నదా, వినిటే తెలుస్తుందా?
Father asked him, can you find out its sweetness by looking at it or by just holding it in your hand?
కాదు కాదు, దాన్ని ఒక నాలుక మీద పెట్టి ఒక విధమైన అనుభవించినప్పుడే మనకు తెలుస్తుంది అని చెప్పాడు శ్వేతకేతు.
The boy answered, only if you put it on the tongue, then you can know the sweetness of sugar.
ఈ చక్కెరని ఇప్పుడు నీటిలో వేసి కలిపే అని చెప్పాడు.
And father commanded his son to put the sugar into the water and mix it up.
కానీ మిక్స్ చేసిన తర్వాత చక్కెర ఎక్కడున్నది అని అడిగినప్పుడు ఈ నీటిలోని చేరి ఉన్నది అని చెప్పాడు శ్వేతకేతు.
When the question was asked to Shvetaketu, now where is the sugar?
కానీ కంటికి కనపడటం లేదే.
He said it is in water, but father asked him, I am not able to see sugar in
కంటికి
this
కనపడిన
water.
కూడా ఉన్నదని నీకు ఎట్లా తెలుసు?
Just because you are not able to see, and also how do you know that it is there?
ఈ నీటిని మనము ఏ విధంగా చక్కెర దీన్ని అనుభవించామో ఆ విధంగా దీని ఒక ఆస్వాదన చేసినప్పుడే తన నుండి ఒక తీయతనము మనకు తెలుస్తుంది అని జవాబు చెప్పాడు.
Shvetaketu replied, like you put the sugar on your tongue, similarly you put this sugar syrup on your tongue, then you know it is sweet.
అనుభవించినప్పుడే ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనము గుర్తించగలుగుతాము అని జవాబు చెప్పాడు.
He also said, only when you experience you will recognize the truth.
న కర్మణ న ప్రజయా ధనేన త్యాగేనైకే అమృతత్వమానస్యుః.
Not by activity, not by wealth, not by progeny, only by sacrifice you can attain
ఎంత
immortality.
వర్ణించినా, ఎంత బోధించినా, ఎంత మనం దాని గురించి మాట్లాడినా ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనము తెలుసుకోలేము.
However much you may describe it, however much you may explain it and propound it, you will not be able to
మీ
understand the
అందుండే
truth.
ఈ దివ్యతత్వాన్ని, ఈ అమృతత్వాన్ని అనుభవించే మనము తీరాల.
Only way to know the taste of divinity within ourselves is to experience that.
కంటికి కనపడకుండా ఉన్న కూడా అందరిలో ఒకే దివ్యత్వము చేరి ఉన్నది అని సత్యాన్ని మనం గుర్తించాలి.
We have to recognize the truth. Though divinity is not seen with the physical eyes, it pervades every being.
యతో వాచో నివర్తంతే అప్రాప్య మనసా సహా.
The mind cannot comprehend it, words cannot describe it.
మరి ఈ డివినిటీని మనం ఎట్లా తెలుసుకోవాలా?
Then how can we know this divinity?
కంటికి కనపడదు,
We can't see that.
చెవులు వినబడదు,
You can't listen to it.
చేయిలో కట్టరాదు, పట్టరాదు.
You cannot catch it, you cannot hold it.
అట్టి ఒక దివ్యత్వాన్ని మనం ఏ విధంగా గుర్తించగలుగుతాము?
How can we recognize such a truth?
ఆ నీరులో ఏ విధంగా చక్కని ఉన్నదిని గుర్తించావో ఆ విధంగానే అనుభవించి మాత్రమే ఈ దివ్యత్వాన్ని నువ్వు గుర్తించగలుగుతావు.
In the same way as you taste the sugar syrup and know that sugar is there, you have to experience your own divinity and recognize divinity.
ఈ యొక్క సమావేశము మనం ఆయోజించే కారణం ఏమిటంటే అందరి యందుండే ఒక దివ్యత్వాన్ని అందరు తెలుసుకోవాలా అనేటి ఆల్ ఆర్ వన్ అనేటి సత్యాన్ని మనం అందరినీ తెలిపించాలా ఇది చేశాము.
Why did we organize this congregation? It is the only purpose is to reveal to everyone the divinity within one and also demonstrate the fact that all are one.
ఒక రాయి బండ లోపలనే ఒక ప్రతిమ కూడా చేరి ఉంటుంది.
In a stone there is the statue hidden inside.
ఈ స్టేజ్ పైన షిర్డి బాబా, సాయి బాబా అన్ని విగ్రహములు పెట్టినా కూడా ఎక్కడి నుంచో ఈ విగ్రహములు ఆ రాయి బండులు రాలేదు.
You can see on the stage the idols of Sai Baba and also Shirdi Sai, but these idols have not come from somewhere else.
అది ఆ రాయిలోనే చేరి ఉంటున్నది.
These idols were already hidden in that stone
కానీ
of
ఒక
marble.
శిల్పకారుడు ఏది ఆ ప్రతిమ కాదో, ఏది ఆ విగ్రహం కాదు, దాన్ని తీసి పడేసినప్పుడే దాని ఉండే ఒక ఈ ప్రతిమ పై వస్తున్నది.
When a sculptor removes what is not the idol in the stone, then the idol emerges.
అందుకనే ఎక్కడి నుంచో వస్తున్నది దివ్యత్వాన్ని మనం భావించరాదు.
We should not think divinity is coming to us from elsewhere.
నువ్వు దివ్యాత్మ స్వరూపుడే,
You are the embodiment of divinity.
అమృతస్య పుత్రుడే,
You are the child of
నువ్వు ప్రేమ
immortality.
స్వరూపుడే.
You are the very form of love.
కానీ మన యందుండే ఒక అహంకారం, మమకారం అనేటి అనవసరం లేనివన్నీ గుణములు మనం త్యజించినప్పుడే మన యందుండే దివ్యత్వము బయటకు పడుతుంది.
Only when we give up ego and attachments which are not our true nature, only then divinity will emerge in us.
అందుకనే నువ్వు అప్పుడే దివ్యాత్మ స్వరూపుడు అని సత్యాన్ని నువ్వు గుర్తించాలనుకుంటే నీ అందుండే ఏది దివ్యత్వము కాదు అది త్యజించటము చాలా అవసరము.
If you want to recognize the divinity within you, it is necessary that you give up what is not divine in you.
అందుకనే మన ఒక సాధన అనగా మన యందుండే అదివ్యమైన తత్వములన్నీ కూడా మనము త్యజించినప్పుడే మన యందు దివ్యత్వాన్ని ఆవిర్భవించి అందరి యందు కూడా ఉండే దివ్యత్వాన్ని మనము అనుభవించి ఆనందించగలుగుతాము.
The sadhana that we have to do is to give up all those qualities and things which are not divine, then we can find our own divinity and also experience divinity in everyone.
చూడండి, ఒక కర్చీఫ్ ఉంటున్నది.
Look here, we have a kerchief.
కర్చీఫ్ని పట్టుకోవడం చాలా కష్టకరమే కానీ వదలడం చాలా సులభము.
To catch hold of the kerchief is difficult, but just leave it away is very easy.
ఈ విధంగా మన యందు ఉండే అహంకారం, మమకారం పట్టుకోవటమే చాలా కష్టం కానీ త్యజించితే చాలా ఆనందమే.
Similarly, to get hold of, keep this ego and attachment within us is difficult. To when you give it up, you experience great bliss.
ఫస్ట్ మీ అందు ఉండే ఒక ఐ అనేటువంటి అహంకారాన్ని మీరు చంపాలా.
First and foremost, you have to first annihil it, the one ahankara, that is the ego.
పుట్టినప్పుడు పిల్లవాడు వేడుస్తూ పుడతాడు.
When a child is born, he keeps crying when he comes into the world.
సూక్ష్మంగా వినుటే కోహం 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 అని కేకలు వేస్తున్నాడు.
If you hear the subtle sound, you are hearing the question, koham, koham, who am
నేను
I?
ఎవరు, నేను ఎవరు, నేను ఎవరు, హూ ఎమ్ ఐ అనేటువంటి అడుగుతూ పుడతాడు.
The child is born into the world asking the question, who am I?
కానీ శుద్ధోసి బుద్ధోసి నిరంజనోసి సంసారమాయ పరివర్జితోసి అనేది చెప్పకుండా నువ్వు ఇంతవాడు, ఇంత బాలుకుడు, ఇంతటి వాడు కొడుకు, ఇంతటి వాడు కూతురు అని మనం అసత్యమే దాన్ని ప్రబోధిస్తున్నాము.
When he is asking the question, who am I? You don't tell him you are the ever pure, ever blissful, ever truth, divinity, but you tell him you are a boy, you are a girl, this is your name, this is your form.
కానీ అసత్యాన్ని వినడం వల్ల తాను ఒక అసత్యమని సత్యముగా భావిస్తూ జీవితం బ్రతుకుతూస్తాడు.
Then that child who listens to this fact, he thinks that is the ultimate truth, he thinks he is the body.
ఈ దేహమే నా నిజ స్వరూపము, ఇదే నా సత్యము అని అనుభవిస్తుంటాడు.
All the time he will keep thinking, I am the body, and bases his behavior on that.
ఆ దేహంని ఆధారపడుకొని తన జీవితాన్ని కూడా గడుపుతాడు.
And he lives his life thinking that he is only the body.
కానీ దేహ భావం వచ్చినప్పటికీ ఈ అహంకార మమకారకులు తన వెంటనే వస్తాయి.
When you have body consciousness, ego and attachment are inevitable.
కానీ పాత్రలను వేరువేరుగా ఉండిన తలందు చేరిన ఆకాశము ఒకటే.
Though there are many pots and there is space or sky in every pot,
అదే ఒక ఘటాకాశముగా మనం భావించవచ్చు.
you may think that is a space in the pot.
కానీ ఒక పాటని విరిగొట్టినప్పటికీ ఈ ఘటములో ఉండే ఆకాశము ఆ చిదాకాశము రెండు కూడా కలిసి ఒకటైపోతాయి.
But when you break the pot, the space inside and outside become one.
ఈ ఘటము అనేటువంటి దేహములందు మనము ఈ భిన్నత్వాన్ని అనుభవిస్తున్నాము.
In these parts of the human bodies, we are experiencing differences.
భౌతికులు కూడిన ఈ దేహము కట్టకడవిడికి భౌతికులకు చేరిపోవాలా?
And this body made up of 5 elements will have to ultimately vanish into 5 elements.
మట్టి నుంచి పుట్టిన దేహం మట్టిలోని కలిసిపోవాలా?
This body which has come from dust will have to merge.
కానీ ఇది శాశ్వతంగా ఉండరాదు. శాశ్వతంగా ఉండరాదు.
But it is not the permanent one.
కానీ సత్యం శాశ్వతమైనది.
But truth is permanent.
అందుకే దేహం సత్యము కాదు అని మనము దాని ద్వారా నిర్వచించవచ్చు.
Through this we can demonstrate that body is not the ultimate truth.
ఆ ట్రూత్ అనేటువంటిది దేనికి ఒక ఆది మధ్య అంతర్హితమైనదే సత్యము.
Truth is that which has no beginning, which has no end, which has no
ఏది
middle.
సనాతనమో అదే సత్యము.
That which is eternal is the truth.
నీ అందు ఉండే ఒక దివ్యతత్వమే సత్యము.
The divine principle within you is the truth.
కానీ ఏ విధంగా చెప్పినట్టు మన యందు ఏది సత్యము కాదు అది మనం త్యజించితే ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనం గుర్తించగలుగుతాము.
But if we can give up those things which are not divine, then we can recognize our
అందుకే
ultimate
మీరందరూ
truth.
ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది దివ్యత్వాన్ని పొందాలని రాలేదు.
All of you have come here not to attain divinity.
నువ్వు దివ్యాత్మ స్వరూపుడే.
You are the very form of
కానీ
divinity.
ఏది దీంట్లో దివ్యత్వం కాదు ఏది పశుత్వము దాన్ని మనం త్యజించే నిమిత్తమై ఇక్కడ వచ్చాము.
All of you have come here in order to give up what is not divine in you, what is animal in you.
కోహం అనే ఒక ప్రశ్న వేసినప్పుడు సోహం అనేటువంటి సరైన జవాబు మనం చెప్పాలా?
When you ask the question, Koham, who am I? The right answer is Soham. I
మీ
am
అందు
that.
ఉండే ఒక బ్రెత్ శ్వాస నిశ్వాస కూడా సోహం 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 అనేది చెప్తూనే వస్తున్నది.
Your own inhalation and exhalation are always teaching you, I am that, I am he.
అదే సత్యమైన మాటను మనం విని దాన్ని మనం పలుకరించి దాన్ని మనం పాలించినప్పుడే ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనం గుర్తించగలుగుతాము.
You have to listen to this voice of your breath and recognize it and experience that truth.
చెప్పిన డాక్టర్ చెప్పాడు అమెరికా లోపల పిల్లలందరికీ కూడా డిప్రెషన్ 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 వచ్చేస్తున్నది.
The doctor who spoke before said in the country of America, the young people are getting subjected to depression.
కానీ డిప్రెషన్కు కారణం ఏమిటి?
But what is the reason for
ఈ
this
దేహ
depression?
భావమే దానికి కారణము.
Body consciousness is
నేను ఈ
responsible.
దేహము నాకు ఇంత పేరు నాకు ఇంత ప్రతిష్ట అనేటువంటి ఈ అసత్యం బతుకుని వల్ల ఇట్లాంటి డిప్రెషన్ నెగిటివిటీ అన్ని కూడా దాంట్లో చేరి ఉంటున్నది.
You live with body consciousness, I am this body, I am this name, I have this. That is why you get into depression.
ఒక పిల్లవాడు కూడా నువ్వు బ్యాడ్ బాయ్ బ్యాడ్ బాయ్ బ్యాడ్ బాయ్ అని చెప్తున్నప్పటికీ మంచివాడు కూడా బ్యాడ్గా మారిపోతాడు.
If you tell a child, keep on telling him you are a bad boy, you are a bad boy, he will definitely become a bad boy.
కానీ ఆ అబ్బాయికి మీరు యూ క్యాన్ బికమ్ బెటర్ యూ క్యాన్ బికమ్ గుడ్ బాయ్ అని పాజిటివ్గా చెప్పినప్పటికీ తన ఎందుకు కూడా పాజిటివిటీ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
But if you tell him positively, you can become a good boy, he will also develop positivity.
అదే సత్యం బ్రూయాత్ ప్రియం బ్రూయాత్ న బ్రూయాత్ సత్యం అప్రియం.
Speak the truth, speak truth pleasantly, don't speak unpleasant truth.
పిల్లలకి నువ్వు ఒక దేహం మాత్రమే నీకు ఇంత పేరు ఉన్నది నీకు ఇంత పని ఉన్నది అనేటువంటి అసత్యం చెప్పినప్పుడు ఆయన కూడా అసత్యంలోని గురి అయిపోతున్నాడు.
When we tell our children, you are this body, you are this name, you are this form, they will also live in that untruth.
కానీ నువ్వు అమృత స్వరూపుడు నువ్వు దివ్య స్వరూపుడు దైవ స్వరూపుడు అనేది పాజిటివ్గా చెప్పినప్పుడు తనందుకు కూడా పాజిటివిటీ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
When you tell him positively, you are divine, you are the eternal.
ఇట్టి సత్యాన్ని నేర్పించినదే సత్యమైన విద్య.
And true education is that education which teaches this truth.
అందుకని ఆధ్యాత్మ విద్యానాం.
Therefore, spiritual education is the highest education among all kinds
అట్టి
of
ఎడ్యుకేషన్ మనం పిల్లలకి చాటినప్పుడే ఇట్టి ఒక సత్యాన్ని మనం ప్రబోధించినప్పుడే ఈ డిప్రెషన్ అంతా పోయి ఒక కంపాషన్ ఒక లవ్ సర్వీస్ అనేటువంటి పాజిటివిటీ అని దాంట్లో పెరుగుతుంది.
Therefore, you have to tell them the truth that you are divine, then depression will vanish and there come compassion, love and service.
కానీ మొట్టమొదటి పెద్దవాళ్ళు అనుసరించారు, అప్పుడే పిల్లవాళ్ళు కూడా చూసి అనుసరిస్తారు.
Only when elders practice it, the youngsters would look at it and follow it.
కానీ యంగ్స్టర్స్ లోపల చాలా ఒక శక్తి, యుక్తి, భక్తి అన్ని కూడా చేరి ఉంటాయి.
In youngsters, there is great strength and also great brilliance of mind and also bhakti, devotion.
అది హెడ్, హార్ట్, హ్యాండ్ అనేది 3 హెచ్ చేరిన వల్ల వాళ్ళంతా కూడా చేయగలుగుతారు.
Because they have all the 3 things, head, heart and hand strong, they can achieve anything.
మన గమ్యం ఏమిటి మనం తెలిసినప్పుడు ప్రయాణం మనము చేసుకోవచ్చు.
Only when we know what is our destination, we will walk on the right path.
బెంగళూరుకు పోవాలనుకుంటే బెంగళూరు బస్ టికెట్ కొనుక్కున్నప్పుడే, బెంగళూరు బస్సులో కూర్చున్నప్పుడే బెంగళూరుకు పోతావు.
If you want to go to Bangalore, you have to purchase a ticket to go to Bangalore and sit in the bus that goes
హైదరాబాద్
to
టికెట్ కొనుక్కొని బెంగళూరుకు పోవాలనుకుంటే ఏ మాత్రం కూడా సాధ్యము కాదు.
If you purchase a ticket to Hyderabad and you want to go to Bangalore, it is not possible.
అందుకే ఈ జీవితం గమ్యం ఏమిటి అని మొదటి మనము తెలుసుకోవాలి.
Therefore, first and foremost, you should know what is the goal of your life.
కోహం అని ప్రశ్న వేస్తూ పుట్టినావు.
You are born asking the question, who am I?
సోహం అనేటువంటి జవాబుని తెలుసుకొని పోవాలా.
You should know the reply and answer, I am he.
I am he అనగా I am divine.
I am divine. That is
I
the
am he
truth.
ఎందుకంటే I am నరసింహమూర్తి శ్రీనివాసని భావించుకోకూడదు.
When you ask the question, who are you? You should not think that I am Narsimurti or I am Srinivas.
I am God.
I am God.
ఆ డివైన్ అనేటువంటి మనం సత్యాన్ని తెలుసుకున్నప్పుడే ఈ అజ్ఞానం అనేటువంటి అంధకారం తొలగించి సుజ్ఞానమైన ప్రకాశం వెలుగుతూ మన ఒక జీవితాన్ని సత్యాన్ని గుర్తించి మనం ఆనందిస్తాం.
Only when we know the divine truth, there the darkness of ignorance will vanish, the light of wisdom will shine, and we will experience divine joy.
అందుకే అజ్ఞానమును తొలగించే నిమిత్తమై ఇక్కడ వచ్చాము.
We are all here to get rid of the darkness of ignorance.
కానీ అందరి కూడా ఒకరు వన్ అనేటువంటి ప్రజ్ఞానం మనం పొందుకోవాలి.
Therefore, first and foremost, we have to recognize the truth that all of us are one
ఈ
and
అహంకారం
only.
మమకారం ఉండిన వల్ల ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనం గుర్తించలేకపోతున్నాము.
Because of our ego and attachments, we are not able to recognize
కానీ
this truth.
లవ్ సర్వీస్ అనేటువంటి రెండు మనం చేసినప్పుడు ఈ అహంకారం మమకారాలు మనము త్యజించవచ్చు.
When you practice love and service, you can get rid of this ego and attachment.
ఈ అహంకారం అనేటువంటి బంకము, మమకారం అనేటువంటి మలము రెండు కూడా మాలిన్యం త్యజించాలనుకుంటే ప్రేమ అనేటువంటి సబ్బు, సర్వీస్ అనేటువంటి నీరు రెండు చేయాల్సి చాలా అవసరం.
If you want to get rid of the slush of ego and the dirt of attachment, you have to use the water of love and the soap of service.
ఈ రెండు లవ్ సర్వీస్ చేరినప్పటికీ మనందు అన్ని అహంకారం మమకారాలన్నీ కూడా మనము త్యజించవచ్చు.
When we involve ourselves in love and service, we can easily give up ego and attachment.
పెద్ద గవర్నమెంట్స్ వాళ్ళు, పెద్ద సంస్థల వాళ్ళు కూడా కోటాలు ఖర్చు పెట్టి ఈ పిల్లలకి ఇటు ఒక ప్రబోధించాలనే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు, కానీ అన్ని కూడా వ్యర్థమే.
Governments and many huge institutions are trying to impart education to children, but we find that all their efforts are a total waste.
ఇన్ని కోటి రూపాయలు ఖర్చు పెట్టి ఇన్ని సంస్థలు కట్టినా కూడా కొంచెం మార్పు కూడా రావటం లేదు.
You spend crores of rupees, you build many institutions, there is no transformation in the children.
ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళు బాహ్య రూపముగానే అది భావిస్తున్నారు, కానీ ఇది అంతరంగమైనది.
But because they are being given only the material and external education, but the truth is internal.
ఈ తన యందు ఉండే సత్యాన్ని మనము సరియైన విద్యతో వాళ్ళని మనం అనుబంధించాలా.
We should impart that education which teaches us the truth which is within us.
అందుకని అట్టి ఒక విద్యా సంస్థలు పెంచుకోవడం చాలా అవసరం.
Therefore, it is necessary we found and establish such institutions.
ఈ ప్రపంచమంతా నుంచి యువతులందరూ కూడా ఈ చిన్న గ్రామం వచ్చి ఎందుకు వచ్చారనుకుంటే ఈ సత్యాన్ని మనం గుర్తించాలనేటి ఒకే ఒక గమ్యంతో మనం ఇక్కడ వచ్చాము.
Why many young men and young women have come from all over the world to this little village? We all of us are here to recognize this truth.
కానీ ఆ సత్యాన్ని మనం గుర్తించాలంటే నా తపాన్సి నా తీర్థానాం నా శాస్త్రానాం జపాన్నహి సంసార సాగరోద్ధారే సజ్జనం సేవనం వినా.
To recognize this truth and cross over the ocean of birth and death, it does not happen with penance, by pilgrimages or study of scriptures. Only by service, selfless service, you can attain that.
సెల్ఫ్లెస్ సర్వీస్ అనేది చాలా అవసరం.
Selfless service is very important.
సర్వీస్ చేసి మరి చెడ్డ అహంకారం పెంచుకోవడం చాలా పొరపాటు.
And when you are doing service to develop ego,
ఈ
is a big
అహంకారం
mistake.
తొలగించే నిమిత్తమై సర్వీస్ చేస్తున్నాము.
We are doing service in order to get rid of ego.
మరి సర్వీస్ చేసి పునః అహంకారం పెంచుకోవడం ఏ మాత్రం కూడా సరైనది కాదు.
Doing service and thereby developing more ego is not correct.
సర్వీస్ ఇప్పుడు కూడా సైలెంట్ గా చేయాలి.
We have to do service silently.
ఏవి చేస్తున్నావు, ఎక్కడ చేస్తున్నావు, ఎవరి కోసం చేస్తున్నావు ఎవరికి తెలియకూడదు.
Nobody should know the kind of service that we are rendering.
కానీ మీ యొక్క ఆత్మతృప్తి కోసం మీరు చేసుకోవాలి.
You have to do it for your own happiness and self-satisfaction.
మొట్టమొదటి మీ అందు ఈ మార్పులు వస్తే నువ్వు ఒక సమష్టికి ఒక అంగము.
When the transformation takes place in you, you will recognize that you are a part of society.
వ్యష్టి.
You are an individual.
వ్యష్టి అనేటువంటి వాడు సమష్టికి ఒక అంగమే.
Individual is a limb of the society.
కానీ సమష్టి ఒక సృష్టికి అంగము.
Society is a limb of the creation.
సృష్టి ఒక పరమేష్టికి అంగము.
Creation is a limb of God.
అందుకే ఒక వ్యష్టి అనేటువంటి దాన్ని సమష్టి నుంచి పరమేష్టికి మనం చేరటమే మన జీవితం ఒక ప్రయాణము.
The journey of our life is to grow from individual to society, from society to creation,
అదే ఐ
creation
టు
to God.
వి టు హీ అని చెప్తున్నారు.
That is what is meant by saying.
అదే స్వార్థం నుంచి పరార్థం నుంచి పరమార్థం.
First from selfishness you should move on to selflessness and then to divinity.
అందుకని అందరి కూడా బ్రదర్ సిస్టర్గా భావించి అందరూ కూడా చాలా ప్రేమతో, చాలా సహనతో, చాలా ఒక శ్రద్ధతో ఈ అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోండి. ఇంకా వచ్చే రోజుల్లో మీకు ఉండే ఒక సందేహాలు ఏమైనా ఉంటే, డౌట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే, క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే నేను దానికి సరైన సమాధానం కూడా చెప్తాను. అందరితో మాట్లాడటం సాధ్యం కాదు, కానీ వాళ్ళ ప్రశ్నలు ఏమైనా ఉంటే రాసి ఎవరికైనా పెద్దవాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చేస్తే నేను దానికి సరైన సమాధానము నా ఉపన్యాసంలో కూడా చెప్తాను.
You have to put this opportunity to good use. Treat everyone as brothers and sisters, and if you have any questions you can give it to write down and give it to elders. I will not be able to talk to you individually, but I will answer all your questions.
ఎట్లా ఇక్కడ వచ్చారో అట్లే పోకూడదు.
You should not go back the way you came here.
వర్క్షాప్ లోపల పాత కార్లు వస్తాయి, కానీ రిపేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత చక్కగా కొత్తగా అయిపోయి పారాడతాయి.
Spoiled cars get into a workshop, but when they return, they are repaired, they look good.
కానీ వర్క్షాప్లో వచ్చిన తర్వాత కూడా ఆ విధంగానే పోతే ఏ ప్రయోజనం లేదు.
A spoiled car comes to the workshop and returns the same way, it is useless.
కానీ మీరు స్పాయిల్డ్ కార్ కాదు, మీరందరూ గుడ్ కార్స్.
You are not spoiled cars, all of you are good cars.
కానీ గుడ్ కార్స్ కూడా సర్వీసింగ్ చాలా అవసరం.
Even for good cars, servicing is
ఈ
required.
సర్వీస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడే కారు సరిగ్గా నడుస్తూ పోతుంది.
Only when you are doing servicing properly, car will be maintained
ఆ విధంగా
properly.
ఈ మానవ జీవితాన్ని కూడా సర్వీస్ అనేటువంటిది చాలా అవసరం.
Therefore, in human life, service is very important.
సర్వీస్ చేస్తూ పోతున్నప్పటికీ ఈ దేహం కూడా, ఈ మనస్సు కూడా, హృదయం కూడా చక్కగా నడుస్తూ పోతుంది.
When you are doing proper service, this body, heart and your mind will be on the right line.
అందుకని మీరందరూ ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు వచ్చారంటే ఈ సర్వీస్ అనేటువంటి సత్యాన్ని మేము నేర్చుకోవడానికి వచ్చాము.
All of you are here in order to learn this truth of service.
పునః పోయిన తర్వాత ఇంకా ఎక్కువ శ్రద్ధతో, ఉత్సాహంతో, ధైర్యంతో, సాహసంతో, ఇంకా ఒక ప్రేమతో, నిస్వార్థత్వంతో మనం తిరిగిపోవాలా.
When you go back, you should go with more love, more selflessness, more sense of adventure and more work service.
ఉత్సాహం, సాహసం, ధైర్యం, బుద్ధి, శక్తి, పరాక్రమం,
enthusiasm, sense of adventure, courage,
బుద్ధి
and intelligence,
శక్తి,
strength,
పరాక్రమము,
valor.
షడ్యతే తిష్టంతి తత్ర దైవోపహృతం.
Where there are these 6 qualities, there is divinity installed.
అందుకని ఒక వసంతమైన సమయము.
This is your springtime.
ఇంతటి సమయంలో మనం నేర్చుకున్నప్పుడే జీవితం అంతా కూడా మనం చక్కగా బతకవచ్చు.
When you learn the truths at this age, whole of your life will be blissful.
నేను పిల్లలకు చెప్తూనే ఉంటాను.
All the time I am telling the students,
ఇప్పుడు దాకా సాయిబాబాని చూసి మిమ్మల్ని గుర్తించింది ప్రపంచము.
till now the world recognize you as the devotees of Sai Baba.
పిల్లవాడు చిన్నగా ఉన్నప్పుడు తండ్రి పేరు వల్ల తాను గుర్తింపడం జరుగుతుంది.
When a boy is young, he is recognized as the son of so and so.
కానీ వాడే పెద్దగా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మంచి విద్యలు నేర్చుకుని పేరు ప్రతిష్ఠ పడిన తర్వాత ఆయన ఇంతవాడు తండ్రి అని తండ్రికి పేరు వస్తుంది.
When the boy grows up, gets good education and gains name and fame, then father is recognized, he is the father of such and such a person.
అందుకనే నిన్నటి వరకు నా ద్వారా మిమ్మల్ని ప్రపంచం గుర్తించింది, ఇప్పుడు నుంచి మీ వల్ల నన్ను గుర్తించాలా.
Till yesterday, the world recognized you because of me. Now onwards, people have to recognize me because of you.
సాయిబాబా పిల్లలు సాయిబాబా యువకులు, సాయిబాబా యూతులు ఇంత ఒక ప్రేమ, త్యాగ, సహన ఆదర్శమైన వాళ్ళు అనుకుంటే వాళ్ళ సాయిబాబా ఎంత గొప్పవాడు అనేటి ప్రపంచానికి మనం తెలిపించాలి.
When the world looks at you and sees Sai Baba students, Sai Baba's youth, men and women are so selfless and so much enthusiastic to serve, and they are full of love, then they will recognize their divine master, how is Sai Baba.
ఇది ఒక పెద్ద బాధ్యత మీ పైన ఉన్నది, అది మీరు చక్కగా నిర్వహిస్తారు అనేటి నా ఒక ఆశ, నా ఒక అపేక్ష.
And this great responsibility is on your shoulders, and I expect that all of you will discharge this responsibility very well.
నా ఆశీర్వాదం, అనుగ్రహము అందరిపైన నిండుగా ఉన్నది. ఈ వచ్చే రోజుల్లో ఇంకా మంచి మాటలన్నీ నేర్చుకొని గ్రామ సేవలో కూడా చేర్చుకొని అన్ని ఆదర్శాలు మనందు నింపుకొని మనమందరూ నిస్వార్థంగా అయిపోయి తిరిగిపోవాలి.
My grace and blessings are there in abundance for every one of you, and in the future days, coming days, you will listen to many such good words. Also involved in village service activities. When you go back, you should be transformed young men and young women.
ఒక ప్రేమ దీపాన్ని వెలిగిస్తే ఎన్నో దీపాలను మనం తద్వారా వెలిగించవచ్చు.
If you light one lamp of love, through that you can light many lamps of love.
అట్టి ఒక ప్రేమ దీపాన్ని మీ హృదయంలో వెలిగించు, ఆ దీపాన్ని కాపాడుతూ, ఆ జ్యోతిని పెంచుతూ, అందరితో పంచుతూ మీరు జీవితాన్ని సార్థకం చేసుకోండి.
You have to find fulfillment in your lives by lighting the lamp of love in your hearts and sharing it with others.
Love is my form.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
My life is my message, expansion is my life.
My life is my message, expansion is my life.
My life is my message, expansion is my life.
My life is my message, expansion is my life.
No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death.
No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death.
No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death.
No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death.
Sathya dharma ananda shanti prema himsa.
Satya dharma ananda shanti prema himsa.
Satya dharma ananda shanti prema himsa.
Satya dharma ananda shanti prema himsa.
Shirdi Baba Parti Baba prema Baba jai jai.
Shirdi Baba Pati Baba Prema Baba Jai Jai.
Shirdi Sai Patti Sai prema Sai jai jai.
Shirdi Sai Pati Sai Prema Sai Jai Jai.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
My life is my message, expansion is my life.
My life is my message, expansion is my life.
No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death.
No reason for love,
reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death.
The afternoon program will commence at 2:30 right here in the auditorium. May we request everybody to be seated here by 2 p.m. Swami Bodhamayananda ji will address all of us. We will have a tea break at 3:45, and post which Bhagawan will arrive here with the dignitaries for the evening session, which will be followed by cultural program by the ladies, since it's Ladies' Day today. Sai Ram.
We will have the Sarvadharma prayer followed by the Mangal Harati.
Om Tat Sat Shri Narayana Purushottama Guru Tu Siddha Buddha Tu Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavakatu Savita Pavakatu Brahmamarjatu Yavashaktitu Yeshu Pita Prabhu Tu Rudra Vishnu Tu Rama Krishna Tu Rahim Tao Tu Rahim Tao Tu Vasudeva Go Vishwarupa Tu Chidananda Hari Tu Advitiya Tu Akala Nirbhaya Atmalinga Shiva Tu Sai Atmalinga Shiva Tu Sai Atmalinga Shiva Tu Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Sathya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Pati Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashivadana Shrikara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Ashrita Kalpalatika Ashrita Kalpalatika Avadandhava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Devamu Mariyantayu Nive Swami Mariyantayu Nive Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Shayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Ojashvi Sai Mahadeva Satya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Harati Anduko Mangala Harati Anduko Mandara Giridhari Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva
नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण
जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।